This is the podcast.
Of stuff.
Okay, so this is our second podcast, although we're not going to number them because we'll lose count anyway.
Yeah.
So we made a shocking omission from our last podcast when we did the best movies of 2016 and some of the worst.
Yeah.
Possibly.
We don't know yet.
But we left out Independence Day 2.
Which looks massive, to be honest.
Yes.
Absolutely massive. Like, they've got Jeff Goldblum back. They've got the lesser Hemsworth.
Yeah.
Will Smith died.
On the attack straight away.
I like him. He can't act that as well as Chris.
The Hemsworths are beautiful. That's the deal.
They are very soft on the eye.
Yeah.
You know.
Very much so.
But it's not.
So the big thing for me is
Yeah.
obviously that everyone said no Will Smith. Now, it's a potential spoiler. I mean, we haven't seen the film, so it's not really.
They already released it in on a website.
Oh right, okay.
That he dies.
The early rumor that he dies. Will Smith dies.
Well, they released video footage and everything of his alien tech being blown up, but it weren't his footage. They just had it as a scroll, like BBC do on the headlines, going across that so and so died testing new alien human hybrid of a ship, and he died in the test flights.
Okay, is that just because Will Smith wouldn't come back?
I don't know. He did say something about like it surprised him that they killed him off.
He's made Suicide Squad at the same time.
Yeah, and obviously he was double booked, so they couldn't do it, could he?
Yeah,
but still like Will Smith. You know,
I'm still gonna watch it. I mean, it's Independence Day, so
Will Smith's kids are weird, though, aren't they?
How many kids has he got?
He's got like
I know one, obviously.
He's got one that's older than all the others from previous relationship. And then he's got like 2 or 3 with Jada Pinkett Smith.
Oh, I didn't know
I
they
know,
had that
and
many kids.
you got the older son that done Fresh Prince of Bel-Air on Green Norton show a couple of years ago with him, and that kid's just weird.
Oh, okay.
And his sister next one down is weird. It's like they're all about we're here for a higher purpose, and I should get up their Twitter.
Are they aliens?
It's weird. It's weird. I should get up their Twitter and just look through it and go and just read them odd, and then take the general piss out of them.
Yeah, I've not heard anybody mention either the fact that it's a bit of a strange coincidence, if it is. Jada Pinkett Smith was in season 1 of Gotham as Fish Mooney. I won't say no more on that. I'll talk about Gotham another time possibly.
Yeah,
but obviously now it's the same, universe. It's not the same. They're not the same people making it. It's a different take on the story.
No, but they're going to do the multiverse type thing, aren't they?
Yeah.
So, which I'm hoping. So I'm hoping we'll get to see both Barry Allens, like the movie Barry Allen, and the current TV series.
Oh, for the flat, yeah.
Barry Allen. So this means like our current Oliver McQueen won't be in as Green Arrow in the films.
No, that's the way I saw that going.
So technically, we're going to get a new Superman in the TV series.
Yeah.
But Tom Welling has shown interest in playing Superman again.
Okay.
Which would be interesting. I'd like to see that in TV series form, because he did do Smallville for 10 seasons.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of Smallville.
No, they made at first it was good.
Yeah.
And then next they brought in all the different types of kryptonite, and then they brought Jor-El in, and they just got really messed up. And then last season they just kind of that's all happened. Now we're straight back on the straight and narrow. They finished it off, cleaned it up. Like, even though everyone knew he was Superman and Clark Kent, even when he worked at the Daily Planet, at the end he was like, well, I know who you are.
Yeah.
And they do the scene where he's running across the rooftop and he does that. But he's never actually wore the suit.
It struck me as kind of Superman in Dawson's Creek.
Mm.
You know?
I remember when that came first on, it's like, no tights, no flight.
Yeah.
But by season 3, he was jumping extremely high. And the next,
tall buildings in a single bound,
which Superman originally done at first
Yeah.
before they made him actually fly,
yeah,
because they had to make him interesting, and then they made him practically invincible.
Yeah.
But yeah, he generally flew at one point in Smallville, so it's crazy, really. But
yeah. The Superman I enjoyed the most TV wise was the Dean Cain Terry Hatcher one.
yeah, and also don't forget the 80s Superboy.
Oh, Superboy.
Yeah, they even brought Bizarro in that, remember? There's a guy in a bad outfit and he's bumping into doors and he's like, help needed, I need to help.
Yes.
Help. Which was odd. Really, really odd, because he ended up being in family photo, suit tie and everything Bizarro did.
Yeah. Oh, we were talking about Independence Day originally.
Oh, yeah. Back to Independence Day.
Yeah, we do that. From the trailer that we've seen, obviously, Jeff Goldblum's in it.
Oh yeah, and Goldblum, they've done some other little snippets of him, like he's introducing the space station and the base on the moon and all that, and it's like all the science and new products that's being released is because of alien tech, and then D-tech and de-engineering it, to re-engineer it.
Okay, so Bill Pullman.
He's back, but he seems a bit crazy in this one.
Because they're in his head. I think there's a voiceover in the trailer where he says that he's
still hears them. Yeah, he still hears them. And I like that though, because he's all bearded, not so proud. Even though if you've got a beard, you should be proud.
Agreed, especially a white beard.
And wizard-like. Every strand of grey is a strand of knowledge.
Absolutely.
But I'm getting him. But it's going to be big. That's the thing. But they've got to try and top the first one, which destroyed the White House.
The ship's bigger. That's been said.
Yeah, he said that's bigger than I remember, or that's bigger than last time.
Yeah, something along those lines. Okay, so
and also Jeff Goldblum can't fly, throws up every time. Now he's on the moon.
Yeah,
he's
come on a little.
Leaps and bounds, I think. Leaps and bounds.
Yeah, probably that time as The Fly.
Yeah, well, I love that film. Love it. The Fly 2 with Eric Stoltz is good, but that's more of an action film. It's not a horror film, and he gets to go in a cocoon and everything. It's great.
Good is a relative term. Yeah.
No, it's great. I still tear up now watching Fly 2 when the dog goes through the teleporter and comes out all deformed. It's like, no.
And I would say spoiler, but nobody's going to watch The Fly 2 or
How dare you?
If you haven't seen it, you're not seeking it out, though. I don't think.
They should seek it out. Everyone should seek it out. It's like on my all-time 100 list. It's a big list because The Fly ain't that high on it. But The Fly 2 ain't that high on it, but you still got to watch it.
Yeah.
I remember my dad bringing the videotape home once when I was a kid. Yeah, VHS. And I was like, I wasn't allowed to watch it because it was an 18, but I still did. I wasn't allowed to watch Terminator and all that, but I did. And
so what has Jeff Goldblum done recently? Can you think of anything?
Law and Order. No, he done not Law and Order. He done that bloody CSI.
Oh, he was in CSI.
He done CSI.
I don't watch that because there's about 25 versions of it, I think.
Yeah, he done CSI. Ted Danson in his lovely toupee. He done CSI.
CSI Treboth and stuff like that.
CSI, we're watching you.
Yeah. So he's obviously in it. That's a winner. Bill Pullman's in it. So
yeah. Apparently Brent Spiner's done a scene or two, but that was reported about a year ago. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
He got splattered against the window.
Yeah. They strangled him and used his voice for a bit, and then they threw him.
Yeah.
So, but we didn't see him after that, so he could just have a bad neck.
Maybe they dated him.
Yeah. or he gets a certain form of whiplash, like.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh.
But there's no chance that Will Smith not being in it is going to put us off going to watch it.
Oh God, no.
Okay.
It's Roland Emmerich, isn't it?
Yeah.
The man that does big films. You're going to see his films, not San Andreas, apparently.
Oh. No.
No.
I am a big fan of The Rock, as you know.
Yeah, same here.
And I'm a big fan of films with massive waves.
Well, Point Break. Proper Point Break.
Well, don't get me started on that. I'm not even going to talk about that.
No, the new one is. If it was called anything else, I'll accept it. But because they're hip and they're extreme and they don't have beards and they're all got their longish blonde hair, locks, whatever, and they're stealing for good, but they're not stealing for good.
Excuse my language, it's not happening.
I know.
So, yeah, anyway, I'm not going to watch that. So, okay, I mean waves like Deep Impact, Day After Tomorrow, 2012. None of them are especially great films.
I put you on about Deep.
I like them personally.
Yeah, same here.
They're not acknowledged as great films.
No, of course they're not. Deep Impact,
2012 is not a great film.
No, it's not a great
pretty
film at all. Yeah, it's not even Cusack made that good.
No.
Woody Harrelson's bit was good.
Well, everything was
with a bit of Woody is always good.
I think he's great in Hunger Games as well, to sidetrack again.
Oh Christ, yeah.
And Elizabeth Banks, as we now know.
You remember
that earlier?
Yeah, who's going to be playing Rita in
Repulsor
in Power Rangers. Which she's going to be heavily in makeup again, like she was in Hunger Games.
There's a couple of years between us age-wise, and I think...
What, she younger?
When I got to the point where I wanted to talk to girls, so, I kind of pulled away from a lot of my favourite stuff.
Yeah.
And Power Rangers was becoming prominent as I was attempting to be an adult. So I missed a lot of the fuss. It used to come on in the mornings.
Saturday morning.
And I'd look at it and go, what the hell am I watching? I probably would have liked it if it had been a couple of years earlier.
Well, I am far, far younger than you, like 365 days younger. Yeah. That's a lot of days.
Approximately,
yeah. So, I watched it.
Yeah.
On a Saturday morning before I went out and played football or rugby or,
Well, if I was to describe it to somebody, I mean, it's got a lot of the same things a lot of things I like has.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah.
I would have probably liked it, but it was just the wrong age it caught me at. That's all.
Well, yeah, like Yu-Gi-Oh came out in the 2000s.
Yes,
I loved Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah.
I was like, that's awesome. I didn't like after the initial first few seasons when they went a bit off on it. I was like, yeah.
Will you go and see Power Rangers whenever that's out?
Yeah. I just want to see if was now Tommy and they bring original characters back.
You mentioned that last week. I remember.
Yeah,
I remember.
I want. Was now James DeFrank? Or his name Frank something. I've got him on Twitter. I should really pay attention.
I think I know what you mean.
Yeah, he's the one that's calling CM Punk out a lot in UFC.
Oh. Oh, that's coming soon.
Yes, that is.
Coming soon.
That's an all-nighter, I guess.
Yes, I'll do some UFC soon in the near future.
Yeah, and
when there's another big fight,
I'll finally catch up on my UFC to be able to comment.
It's a bit different these days.
Yeah. Men like to hug in UFC. When I watched UFC, boy, they didn't hug.
It's not so bad for that now. You don't get quite as much of the lay and pray stuff.
Lay. I'm about to inseminate. Everyone's like,
having trained for just a few months and not being particularly good myself, I know from somebody like putting you on your back, a lot of them don't lay; they punch you in the face. So
yeah, I know.
It's
I've
good that's kind of the way it's gone back now. So
no, I hope so.
People like Conor McGregor are making everybody like it again as well.
Well, Conor McGregor, I've seen his fights, and because you look at the lighter weights, they're punchers, they're the kickers. They're the ones that they'll try and throw you on your back and then they'll go in for a sub.
I've picked against him in every one of his big fights.
And you should
because everyone gets the impression he's an imposter. It's just the way he's talking. But he's called his finish and generally the round, his method of victory in the round, in his last, 4 or 5 fights maybe, something like that. He said about Aldo, who has been champion for about 1 million years, he said, when we squared off in the weigh-in, I saw his hand switch. It tells me he's going to launch at me. I'm going to move, create the space, and knock him out. And that is exactly what happened at the beginning of the fight. So it's crazy, but I'll go into that.
Yeah, we'll go into that, but we're still actually on Independence Day.
Yes, we are. So, but I mean, it's basically, it is what it is at the moment in the trailer. We're just hoping that the story will fill out. And we won't miss having Will Smith. He was young then. He wasn't a phenomenal actor then, but obviously he was Will Smith. He was coming off The Fresh Prince and things like that.
He had
so
the swagger of a young man, even though he was in his 30s.
You knew he was going to be a star, and the 90s was very different for big action heroes, you know?
Yeah, we
it's
didn't have
changed
them
a
so
bit.
much then.
It's changed a bit the way it's done now, I think.
Early 90s, we still had the big four, and then the big four kind of trailed off.
Schwarzenegger,
Stallone, JVCD, Jean-Claude Van Damme.
of course.
JCVD.
Of course.
And we still had, the big five, because Chuck is God. And we still had Bruce Willis. And then we had Chuck. And you don't want to get me on Chuck.
No.
But Chuck is God.
Yeah.
Do you know why he doesn't have any
in the
pubic
future,
hair?
I'll let you have 20 minutes of doing
Chuck.
Chuck Norris stuff.
Yeah, well,
Because I know you've got millions of them.
I have. I know an interesting fact. Shall I tell you one?
Okay.
Do you know why Chuck Norris doesn't have pubic hair? Because nothing grows on steel. Yeah.
It's not a bad one.
That's not a bad one.
I've heard a lot worse. Okay, so you've got some more films down there, I think, haven't you?
Yeah, of course. Michael Fassbender, Assassin's Creed.
Assassin's Creed.
Yes, I love the games. The first three. Black Flag's good, but it's like a separate story. And I've Unity. I haven't played the new one yet, but that will be coming coming soon. But this one apparently is a whole new story, a whole new character.
Okay.
So, and I don't know.
Not Ezio. Or...
No. I would love to see an Ezio story. I know they've done a couple like short films to go with like special editions of the Ezio series, and they were great. They're on YouTube if you want to check them out. Just put Assassin's Creed 2 in short films.
Okay.
And they should come up. Also, there's a lot of fan ones nowadays and stuff like that.
But everything is fan made on YouTube. This, for example.
Yeah, exactly, and it's going to be on YouTube.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's
Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, I the one I played the most was Assassin's Creed 2. I've watched those, not necessarily played them. The second one, though, I did really enjoy, and it's not really my kind of game. Old world stuff is not really the type of stuff that I go towards.
Oh, I love it. The second one weren't as repetitive as the first. The first just got boring.
I was told not to bother
early.
with the first one because I said, "Should I play the first one?" And they were like, "You don't really have to."
When I had it through my first PlayStation 3.
Yeah.
So, my only PlayStation 3. I'm still playing it. Like, it's still alive. It sounds like a jet engine now, but it's still alive. And I had that in Grand Theft Auto 4. So I had to play it. Because once I bought it, I was like, well, now I'm poor for so many months.
Well, I got to play it for free, so it was,
Yeah, and
that's okay, I'll do it.
I finished it, and you're doing the same thing over and over and over and over again. The only thing that's good about it is the ending. Not because it ended, because that actual fight with your senior and everything was really good, and about the apple and everything. I thought that was really good. Spoilers. But then when we come up to Ezio, they made a whole totally different type of game. Yeah, there is the repetitiveness, but the story was different. The gameplay itself, he's still done the big eagle eye and the drops and all that. But
I like that, yeah.
You didn't have to scout out every single victim.
Yeah.
Like you did in the first one, and then when Ezio done Bloodlines. And that was the second Ezio one. Mm-hmm. That was great. I loved it. And but it's the armor and all. They had new armor. They concentrated on making it look different but the same. And also with the Bloodlines, you can build like different creeds.
Yeah.
And they carried that on then with the third Ezio one, which I can't actually remember the name. Revelations. And
Revelations, yeah.
I loved it.
I played a little bit of that.
I love the fact that it's like we got an older Ezio and he's like still up for it, but he's grizzled, but he's a master assassin now. I mean, he's the bollocks.
Yeah.
And he learns different, and you learn new tricks. Then I liked Assassin's Creed 3 because they went all original again.
Yeah.
And it changed the gameplay again, where you're picking more herbs, you're making stuff, and also you got to fill your trophy room again like you always have to, and all the others. And it made that purpose, and it ended the story for me, and it all ended. And then they brought Black Flag. I can't say much about. I love the shit playing Black Flag.
Well, I was going to say I went to Eurogamer a couple of years in a row. Won tickets actually 2 years in a row. But I got to play Black Flag. I think it was Black Flag and Syndicate. As a preview, it was there before it was released. So I mean, again, you're getting with that. With the film,
without knowing exactly what the story is, I mean, Michael Fassbender is probably a fairly safe choice.
Yeah. Oh,
You like him as Magneto? I do.
yeah, I like him as Magneto. I loved him when he played in Hunger.
Yeah.
When he played the starring IRA men.
Yeah.
You know, that was fantastic. And he went through with it in that film. Like, he got skinny and everything. He went all Christian Bale on us with that one.
Okay.
You ever seen that film, Machinist?
The Machine. No, but I saw Christian Bale. What he did to get in shape for it.
He's not in shape.
Yeah,
There is no shape.
Out of shape.
You mean
Yeah.
you mean skeletal?
Mm-hmm.
Really, you think he's a method actor to play Skeletor in the new He-Man, which McG is actually now.
Where is the body weight? So,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. So, okay. So, I mean, we don't really know what to expect.
We haven't had no trailer, and all we've seen is screenshots,
Yeah.
and they're not great yet. We'll get some more coming up.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Have we got anything else?
Oh yeah, we've got loads. We got like Zoolander 2.
Zoolander 2, yeah. I was saying earlier, I've only ever watched Zoolander when I'm drunk. I know what it is and what it's about and everything, obviously.
Yeah, I love it.
So, what
I love it.
are they doing with the second one?
Well, bring him out of retirement. I just want to see more like water fights, but with petrol and light up a Marlboro after and stuff like that. I loved that in the first one. I think that's phenomenal. And I like the way they announced it. I'm not one for fashion
Yeah.
at all.
Yeah.
But I like the fact they announced the second one just by going up the Island Hall, and on the way back he robbed the phone and done a bit of blue steel.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't throw the blue steel at anyone because I don't want them falling in love with me.
Yeah.
You know.
Anyway. Yeah. Many people could see these classic poses.
Oh, they're beautiful. One day we might video us.
So that's that's a while off. So Zoolander's actually out very soon, isn't it? It's this month.
Yeah, if it's not this month, it's next month, definitely.
I'm sure I saw
Yeah.
February on
Yeah, it's very soon. I didn't check that out. I can,
Okay.
but it is very soon. Zoolander is.
It's obviously it's Ben Stiller, but it's Owen Wilson as well.
Owen Wilson, yeah. Owen Wilson,
He's-
Ben Stiller, they're back.
Okay.
You
Pretty much
got-
know
you-
what we're getting here, don't we?
Oh, you got Mugatu back and all. You know, Farrell. I can't wait for that. I loved it.
Did they ever do a follow up to Dodgeball?
No, they didn't. They should have.
Yeah.
They should have. I love Dodgeball.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Duck, dive, dodge, dive.
I love how over the top
Duck,
he is in that. That's
dodge.
great.
Oh, that's great. Yeah,
Yeah.
especially in the gym. He's got a pump for his penis.
Yeah.
Peeny pump.
Did I mention that in a week's time I will have seen Deadpool?
You rubbing it in now? Why? I've got to see a quality production. I reckon this film would be authentic to the book.
Yeah.
Pride, Prejudice, and Zombies.
Yeah.
And I think it would be wonderful and romantic.
Do you know, I love zombies, and my desire to see this film,
Outweighs it.
there is no desire to see this film.
My darling fiance really wants to see the film, and as a loving fiance,
Yes. Your
that's-
responsibilities.
my responsibility is to go and see this film with her. And as a movie fan, we should try and open our gateways for everything.
This speaks to the differences between us, as I'm going alone to a midnight showing of Deadpool.
Yes, I would join you, but then again, my ass would be kicked
Yeah.
for not seeing Deadpool with her.
Yeah.
I physically was scared about seeing Star Wars until she was with me, because she said she would kill me.
Yeah, I texted my daughter the other night saying that because she's not 18, even though this film is a 15, she'd be okay to get in. She can't go and see it at midnight because you have to be 18 for that.
Yeah.
I haven't had a reply, so I assume
She's not talking to you.
I am no longer a father. That would be my guess. I did, however, add on that I would take her and see it the second time I go.
On Saturday.
Yeah. Now, obviously, if this turns out to surprise everyone and be really bad, then I have to go again. So the question is, do I just get my mum to take her the second time?
Well, the way I look at it, it's bad, which I really can't see it being bad, and I really hope it
I
isn't.
can't see it being bad.
If it is bad, tell your daughter,
Yeah.
Daddy's not too well, bad guts.
Yeah.
You know, bad guts.
Yeah, this child has watched me inhale my food on many occasions. She's not going to fall for that, but I will take it anyway.
I'll just say I chewed once, and there's something wrong. My poo is not solid.
I have to confirm as well and make sure. I'm always confused when it says Wednesday the 10th of February at 0001. Now, does that mean Wednesday night into Thursday though? Because some of these places are stupid.
Technically, it's Thursday morning.
But is it Wednesday morning?
But no, it's Wednesday night.
But is it? Because it says Wednesday and it says a minute past midnight on
Yeah,
Wednesday.
it means it's Thursday morning.
That's going to have to be checked.
It should be. And what I just want video yourself turning up on the Thursday at 12:01, and if it's wrong, I want to see the disappointment in your face.
Oh.
So video it for me.
Oh.
I want to see the disappointment, and then it's the tears.
If you continue, you will receive an unexpected spoiler.
Unexpected of what?
I don't know. Whatever happens in the film, I will quickly tell you before you can not listen.
Oh, that's harsh, man.
Yeah. So
That's harsh.
Be warned.
I gave death threats of Star Wars, remember?
Yeah.
Cause I had to
Correctly.
Correctly, yeah. I had to see it 2 days later than you guys because I've got a woman that will kill me.
Yeah.
And I really like my life, so
Yeah.
I don't want to die.
Anyway. Okay.
No, they probably wouldn't know.
So, all right. So
But yeah, Assassin's Creed.
yeah. So we
thing.
mentioned we don't really know the plot.
And-
So Michael Fassbender, that's a good thing.
Yeah, and Zoolander it's just going to be absolutely ridiculous and funny.
Yeah, and hopefully the jokes are as funny. So.
Oh yeah, I can imagine it will be. And we got Warcraft. We didn't even mention Warcraft last time. It was on my list. But
I was aware of Warcraft.
yeah,
I've never been a big player. I know people who are.
I played for a long time years ago.
Yeah.
When my laptop was new and fresh to the world and was actually up to date.
Yeah.
Because it was a gaming laptop at the time. It's not anymore. And what you call it? I played. I was a subscriber, and I played for about 6 months till I realised I've got to actually go to work because my life is I'm spending it too much on here.
Yeah.
You know,
Growing mold because you didn't see any sunlight. And
basically, yeah. After my backup,
yeah, there's quite a stigma attached to Warcraft. It's kind of considered what people with no life do.
Yeah.
I think that when they start playing, they do have a life.
yeah,
It just goes away then for a little bit.
yeah. I had a back operation and I was out of action for a good time, and I filled that time with reading and Warcraft. The
Yeah.
problem was I ended up finding I weren't reading novels anymore. I was reading books about Warcraft. And then when I had to go back to work, I started thinking about Warcraft at work. Then I was like, yeah. Then I just stopped paying the subscription, and my life came back. It was quite wonderful.
It's a big step.
It was a big step. Yeah, I actually continued with the band I was doing and all that, and yeah, I life came back after that. But this trailer looks amazing.
Yes.
But also, it looks like a modern day. The trailer looks like it should be Lord of the Rings,
Yeah.
and I'm massive Lord of the Rings fan. I read the books when I was a kid.
There is, do you agree, a potential for this to go badly wrong?
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah.
One, you got to think you got the human characters and you got the orcs, and the
Yeah.
orcs are massive and green, and I don't think people are gonna look at that believable because they've seen orcs and they've been acclimatized to orcs for the last 15 years with Lord of the Rings. People are expecting them type of orcs, but
Yeah.
you know, when you got fans like us of gamers, like you got the Skyrim series, the Elder Scrolls series, basically, and the orcs are like the orcs in Warcraft.
Yeah.
You know, but the orcs, when it comes to what people are acclimatized with Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit series, then they're like, well, they're not orcs.
Yeah.
You know, they're just going to say they're going to be tusked Incredible Hulks. That's what people are going to say.
I was going to say, I equated to when I looked at it in the cinema, I thought, oh, that they're doing a Warcraft movie, and then I looked, and I thought, kind of looks a little bit like Shrek fighting Jon Snow. in Game of Thrones.
Yeah,
So
it's got the hue of Shrek, and it's got the bulkiness of the Incredible Hulk.
but I mean, it could work. I mean, because I don't know if you like Sin City, the film.
yeah,
Sin
I
City,
love
yeah?
Sin City. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's purposely over the top comic booky.
Oh God, yeah.
So
and-
this could be a similar kind of thing is that they're doing.
oh yeah, and I like Sin City 2 and all, Dame to Kill.
Yeah, and I think that they are going after the people who played Warcraft.
Oh
For
God,
years.
yeah. There's millions of them, and I'm
So if it looks like Warcraft, they'll go and see.
yeah, I'm going to be one of them.
Yeah,
You know,
exactly. Yeah, that's
And-
the best example. Someone who played it says.
Yeah,
that.
yeah. I'm definitely I'm looking forward to it,
Yeah.
and I think I'd be there. And I can't be like, oh, it's going to be amazing.
Yeah, because we don't know.
No, because I've built myself up to that off of films a few times and came out going, oh,
Yeah.
well, now I'm deflated.
I don't know what the if it's big budget particularly or anything. I'm not really
Yeah,
sure.
I think it
genuinely
is.
don't
I
know.
think it is. I think they've gone all out.
They've pushed it forward out.
Yeah, oh, yeah. Yeah, they've gone all out on this one.
Okay.
I think it's Warner Brothers, isn't it?
Well, yeah.
And they're pretty good. They're not doing what Fox has done and just giving up on money and created crap.
Don't say it. Didn't we institute a rule last week? That
We did,
Will not mention
2 films.
that. Yeah.
2 films we're not allowed to mention. And I didn't go there, but I could have gotten there quite easily.
It also slipped by me as well. Chris Evans was a good Johnny Storm, and I agreed. And I don't agree.
It's too late now. It's on the record, and I believe your editing skills are not good enough to actually edit that bit out, because it was quite quick. Because you just went, yeah, I agree.
Yeah, this is the
And-
problem you see with a short attention span.
Well, you know,
Squirrel. But yeah, so but I think that was more to do with the writing of that film anyway. But I'm not going to harp on that anyway because it's a waste of time.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
okay. So what else have we got there?
We got Guardians 2. Guardians of the Galaxy 2. They've just released like a behind the scenes where they're all rehearsing, and Pratt has released a look down shot of his Sony Walkman with Awesome Mix 2.
Oh,
So
yes.
that's gonna be just gonna be fun, and also we're finding out who his father is.
Yeah, no, obviously we were talking about this earlier. It's out there already who the big rumour is.
The
It's,
rumor, yeah, but we gotta have to say it is a rumor. None of this is fact. This
So-
is rumor.
Kurt Russell.
Which I would love to see Kurt Russell do it.
Who doesn't love Kurt Russell?
Well, you know, I haven't seen Hateful Eight yet, which is a crime,
Yeah,
and I will be seeing it soon,
yeah.
because you know it's
It's
Hateful Eight.
Tarantino.
It's Tarantino,
And it's Kurt Russell and Tim Roth and yeah,
Samuel L. Jackson,
Sam.
Big Sam,
I was giving him top billing. Yeah.
naturally.
So yeah, I mean, I really need to get my act together and see Hateful Eight.
Oh yeah, same here.
So, but
Same here.
with Guardians, so I don't know the plot yet.
no,
assume
do I.
It's an assumption early on is that the logical step would be is that he goes to find his father, obviously, because they're talking about his
Well,
father.
they're gonna move on to that step, but also they got to keep it within the Marvel universe. And right now
Yeah.
we're looking for the stones.
Yes,
and
Infinity Stones,
Thanos at the end of what was now Guardians of the Galaxy literally went and picked up the
Oh, that
Gauntlet.
was Ultron. End of Ultron.
was it end of
Fine,
Ultron?
I'll do it myself.
Was that the end of Ultron? or
It's
First
very
Galaxy?
confusing. There's a lot of end of credit scene.
Yeah, there is.
No, I tell you, at the end of credit scene with
There was two for
Guardians.
Guardians. There was one with Howard the Duck,
Howard the
and there
Duck.
was, I'm sure there was another one. But yeah, on one of the end credit scenes, I'm going to be rewatching them before the next Marvel film. Obviously,
I'm going to mention Howard the Duck every time we do one of these.
it's worthy.
It's a challenge I'm giving
All
myself.
right, then you know.
Make Howard the Duck relevant.
So you're gonna rewatch the film multiple times to find references in there to bring up.
Yeah, the creepy Leah Thompson bit again. Yeah.
Oh,
So
that's creepy, but again,
okay. So
yeah,
obviously I remember that Drax Batista, Drax
yeah,
the Destroyer,
Drax the Destroyer.
in the last one at the end, obviously he said he got rid of Ronan. It's really Thanos he's got to go after. Now, are we getting Thanos?
Well,
This film.
we
Or
will
is-
see Thanos.
Yeah, but is he gonna just turn up at the end of all this in Infinity Wars and fight everybody?
It's in Infinity Wars, he will.
Yeah.
Because I want to see the Hulk go up to Thanos.
Yeah. So just off the top of your head now, we haven't
No,
particularly discussed Guardians 2.
no, we haven't. This is fresh virgin territory.
Yeah, so if Thanos is in this,
Yeah, he will be.
yeah, which I expect to.
Yeah.
So if he's in this, how do they get out of this film without destroying him? Does they just get rid of him for a while and then he comes back?
No,
Infinity War.
I don't think they're going to go head on with Thanos.
No.
No, I think Thanos. It might end with them two coming up to Thanos, or bumping into the Hulk and Thor.
Leave it open.
sort of
Yeah,
thing.
leave it open. I reckon they're going to bump into the Hulk in Thor, because Ragnarok is rumored to be Thor bumps into the Hulk, like a Planet Hulk type thing.
Well, I heard this.
And
Planet Hulk is going to be hard to do.
Yeah, oh God, yeah, because
I
the
would
Hulk
say.
talks too much in Planet Hulk, and
Yes.
and in the universe they've created, he doesn't talk at all. But if they do go like with Thor,
Yeah.
they should mix Thor and Guardians, because I want to see at the end they bump into Thor,
Yeah.
who was looking for the Hulk maybe, or actually looking for the other Infinity Stones.
Yeah.
And then because he bumps into the Hulk, apparently we don't know, but this is just what's rumored, that he's going to be bumping into the Hulk, and they're going to have a fight. It's going to be like in the Planet Hulk scenario, like the Planet Hulk is already happening while he's there,
Yeah.
and Hulk recognizes him, and then they'll go off and do what they've got to do to find the other Infinity Stones.
Are we going to get She-Hulk and She-Thor?
No, we're not. No. But I'd like to see what's his name, because he's back in the Marvel universe, become Red Hulk.
Who?
General.
Yeah, who?
Oh.
Who do you want to be in?
It's the General, isn't it? The one who I can't remember. his
Oh,
name.
yeah.
Yeah.
General Ross.
General Ross.
Yes,
He becomes
thank
Red
you.
Hulk.
Sorry,
Yeah, he becomes. I went blank then.
Yeah.
Yeah, he becomes Red Hulk, doesn't he? And Red Hulk is meant to be more of intelligent, like as in talks more.
Yeah.
So, but they've changed all of them.
He's in Civil War too, isn't he?
Yeah, he's in. That's why I know they're bringing him back.
Okay.
Because he's in Civil War.
It's quite cool that they've
Ross.
done that.
Yeah, Ross is in Civil War, man.
Okay. So, same cast, obviously. As
Yeah,
far
yeah.
as we're aware. Groot
Yeah.
is obviously going to be grown again, I would guess, from being the little dancing plant.
Well, I want to see Groot in his like toddler years now. He's got his legs and that, but he's stroppy.
That'd be great.
That would be fantastic if Groot is like is in his terrible twos.
I can't wait until Groot and Hulk are on the same screen. That could be fantastic.
That would be
if we
good.
do that properly. It's, CG everywhere, obviously. But
Oh God, yeah.
I'll watch that.
I see. I don't mind a fully CG rendered screen.
No.
If it's good, and if it doesn't take you out the story, because sometimes you watch stuff and you're like, well, that's clearly CG. Like late '90s, early millennia. You're like,
Have you
well,
seen
yeah.
the Matrix in HD now?
Yeah,
It suffers.
it does.
It suffers
does.
badly because
Well,
you can see you can see the joins basically.
Well, it suffers the most, I find, is in that the first Agent Smith neophyte, like the multiple one.
Yes,
And
absolutely. That's
that-
exactly what. Yeah, where he's fighting like 100.
Yeah, that is poor when it's in full
Yes,
HD, man.
absolutely, and because it's
No.
light there as well.
Yeah.
So it's it's not like the big rain fight at the end, which that's was pretty cool at the time. I remember.
Oh yeah, no, I love all three films. I think the first one is a marvel. Though. The first one's amazing.
The first one is the best one. Isn't it?
And the second, third one is like, oh well, we've created this and we said we'll do sequels, so let's fill it up.
Yeah, I think people found the second and third generally. I mean, the public second and third were quite long.
Yeah.
Jada Pinkett Smith again, by the way.
Yeah, she was in
Yeah.
it as well. Yeah,
Yeah. So
She had a good character. I remember having the game Enter the Matrix, and
Yeah.
we played her character a lot in it, and I loved that
oh,
because Enter the Matrix is about when they shut off the power and everything.
what's her name? It's escaped me. Her character's name. It was a cool name. I can't remember.
No, I can't remember.
Okay, yeah, it'll probably pop in half an hour.
Yeah, we'll probably know that. Whoa, we know the name now.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, okay, so what are we talking about? We were on about Guardians, weren't we?
Yeah, we're still on back.
One more thing, Michael Rooker. Can we have Michael Rooker in it again?
Of course, we want Yondu back.
Yes. Yeah. Is there any way we can get Merle back in The Walking Dead?
No. Oh yeah, zombie.
Yeah. Well, Daryl.
Oh shit, yeah, Daryl done it, didn't he? Yeah.
And if you haven't seen that, and that's a spoiler, it's season 3. We're in season 6 now. Catch up.
No, it's season 4, isn't it?
What, that he does that?
Yeah.
Hang on a
It's
second.
when they leave the prison. And all that.
He's already dead though when they're properly,
Ah,
and then
yeah.
he comes. Yeah, I won't say anymore.
Yeah,
People-
sorry,
People might not be that quite that far.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I mean that's a great scene.
Oh, yeah, I love it. It's that we got Game of Thrones and all coming. Oh yes.
Yeah, I really need to get my shit together with that too.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
Love it. I'm me and the missus. I would think I'm going to be like, darling, shall we rewatch it all? And she'll probably say no, but I'll be
Yeah.
like, but Daenerys.
Yes, I'm
We need to see her
taking...
grow and blossom into a full, powerful woman.
Yeah.
You know?
Absolutely. Okay, so I can't wait for Guardians 2. I think it's going to be outstanding.
Yeah. Yeah.
And as you said earlier, Mixtape 2 is Awesome Mix 2 is going to be amazing.
Oh God, yeah. I got, because there weren't no Michael Jackson on the last one.
No, there was
So
there was Cherry Bomb.
Yeah, there was Cherry Bomb, but this one, I reckon there's going to be a few Michael Jackson tunes in there, you know, because all they have to say, because Guardians of the Galaxy is so popular,
Yeah.
you have to go to Jackson State. Look, we want to put it in. This is popular. This will make you another 20, 30, 40 million.
Yeah.
Easy. So, and they'll do it. It'd be great. Yes.
Okay, so you want to talk about Rogue One?
Yeah, I want to do a little more because in
Right.
hindsight, we went over them. We went over them, but we went over them quicker than before.
To get them all in.
Yeah, and also we found out a little more this time about what's going to be happening in Rogue One, in the sense that Vader's got a bigger role than we initially think, and he's meant to be badass Vader, as in while he's got a load of stormtroopers in front of him, they're attacking and they're shooting at him. Instead of him just using the lightsaber block, he just with the Force pulls like stormtroopers in the way of the blast. So he's just going to sacrifice stormtroopers left, right, and centre.
I had heard that actually.
So-
Yeah, I had heard that.
That's what I'm hoping to see. I want to see a badass Vader
Yeah.
that thinks Padme's still dead and that's angry and, you know, really gritty Vader.
Better than Hayden Christensen then.
Don't knock the Chris.
Okay, I won't, but I should.
Hayden done a good job in Revenge of the Sith, and he played an impeccable Vader, killing younglings and everything,
That was pretty brutal.
and strangling his missus while she was pregnant with twins.
Yes.
You know, and just because she said one of my favourite lines. It's like, you know, you're going down a path I can't follow.
Yeah.
You know, and all that, and it's great, you know.
Yeah.
But all right, we admit it was just a tad wooden in Attack of the Clone Wars, just tad wooden, and that creepy. I loved you for years. Like, you know, he sounds like the type of kid that you wake up in the middle of the night where he's standing at the bottom of your bed naked, holding his junk. You know, he's that type of kid he sounded like.
I believe is Ewan McGregor going to be in this film?
I don't know. I can't see it. Apparently Yoda might pop up.
Well, it would make sense. I mean, the time frame.
Mm.
You know, he's still around then.
Yoda's on Dagobah though. It would make more sense for Obi-Wan to pop up, but I don't think they will have Obi-Wan to pop up because Princess Leia be like a few years younger than she was in A New Hope.
Yeah.
So, and Princess Leia said them lines in A New Hope, and basically the line was, you know, you helped my father in the Clone Wars.
Yeah.
I'll need your help now. So that would imply that Obi-Wan ain't going to be in it at all, as well. You know, unless she doesn't know about Obi-Wan helping. They could have picked him up off Tatooine. He went off. He done a bit of this, done a bit of that, and then went back to Tatooine.
Yeah.
But also they can't have Obi-Wan meeting Vader in it because in New Hope again, Obi-Wan stated the fact, you know, that, you know.
So is Vader who we are following through this film?
No, we're following the road. The group of rebellion members.
Do we know who they are yet?
No,
It's early yet, isn't it?
Yeah, the group of rebellion members, and they're following. They're getting the plans for the Death Star, basically.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah. I think I'm getting into that idea now.
Mm.
Yeah, I think I could watch that. They kind of need a new idea, really.
Well, it's an anthology film in it, so they can generally, as long as it's in the same universe, and they can.
Oh, I mean, other than the Death Star, it's clearly not working out.
Well, yeah, that's why it's planned. We're not meant to really see the Death Star, are we? So it's planned.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to this one. I'm not as excited as I was for Force Awakens.
How could you be?
Because that was a continuation of the saga that we all grew up with.
Yeah.
You know, that was a continuation of, and I'm seeing Harrison Ford as Han.
Yeah.
And I'm seeing Leia as Leia. You know, I'm seeing
Yeah.
Fisher's lair, and I'm seeing Mark Hamill do like Luke. Well, I hoped I did for more.
Yeah.
Spoilers.
I really like Ray as well. I think I said that before. I am a fan of her. It's her first film, Daisy Ridley, as well.
It is. She was in Casualty and stuff like that.
Wow.
But I love the wide-eyed innocence and all in it. Like everything was new to her. Like when she's going around the fucking Falcon, and she's like, "Give me this," and the big teeth, wide eyes.
Yeah.
You know, it was all new to her, and it gave like the wide-eyed energy of it.
Yeah.
And I loved John Boyega. You know, it's some of his stuff, especially with him and Harrison Ford, were fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big deal. Hey, big deal.
Yeah, exactly. The stuff with Harrison Ford. I
like Chewie. Again, I'm not going to give too much away. I know there's probably some people who still haven't seen it, but Chewbacca's great as well. I like Chewbacca. When you see him climbing up that ladder, yeah,
it looked odd to me.
Yeah, I can
we
are
tell,
nitpicking there, though.
No, because I can tell it weren't Peter Mayhew.
Oh, okay.
Because Peter Mayhew don't move like that.
Probably can't now.
No, but back in the day, they never moved like that. When you see him run on the Death Star and that, and this one had more of a jog, like he's been working out.
Yeah.
Type Chewie. I still that's nitpicking. That's not.
I think one idea for us is if when Force Awakens comes out, for release,
we'll do a commentary track on that.
We'll talk about that because then people will know going in what we're doing, and if you don't, if it's going to spoil anything, then you wait.
Yeah, but we're going to do a few commentary tracks anyway,
yeah.
And I think we should start with like the DC animated stuff.
Yeah, well,
Assault on Arkham, and then this is where, and like Superman Unchained, Public Enemy, stuff like that, which they've all got. And they're doing Killing Joke as well, which is coming out this year, and it's going to have Conroy and Hamal as the voice of the Joker and Batman. So
really,
that's a night in. Okay. Watch it, and then.
Well, I with segue obviously, but I watched Batman vs Robin.
Yeah,
from last year.
Give me the rundown. I haven't watched it as yet.
So this is, I don't know if these are spoilers really, if you read the comics or anything, are you familiar with it? So we're in the Batman universe basically where he's had a child, Bruce has had a child.
We're in the New 52.
With Talia.
Yeah.
Talia al Ghul. So he has Ra's al Ghul's grandson as his son.
Yeah.
Now in the original Robin, Dick Grayson, he's gone to be Nightwing.
Yeah,
he is in the film as Nightwing.
Is he?
Yes.
Like the book we're talking about?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Basically, Court of Owls is the basis of the story.
I've got, and I absolutely love that.
Yeah, which is great. Long time since I read it, admittedly, but the film, there was enough there for me to go, oh, I know what this is.
Yeah.
And then
you
see the Court of Owls? Yeah.
Yeah. Do we get to see Batman in the maze?
In the maze.
In the Court of Owls, he spends a long time in a maze.
There is a maze.
And if Batman's in that, I really want to see that.
Maze. Obviously, I'm gonna let you watch that too.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna watch it.
So Robin is Bruce's son, Damian Wayne. Can fight very much like Bruce.
Reckless though, is he?
He's a bit reckless, but he's also very angry. It's not a control, type thing. He's more his grandfather, basically.
He's got too much of the race alcohol in it.
Yeah, so it's basically
it's
Bruce
not
trying to rein him in and him resisting, and then the Court of Owls essentially gets in contact with Damian Wayne.
Yeah,
and pulling him away. There is one really cool scene that I'll mention where he's going out and he wants Damian to be grounded, so he brings in Nightwing to babysit him.
Oh God.
Yeah, and basically to have a fight with him.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they have a fight, and that's pretty cool. I really do like that. So it's a really good film. You mentioned Kevin Conroy. He's not Bruce's voice. He's Thomas Wayne's voice.
Is he?
Briefly.
Well, Thomas Wayne in the book was only in it in a flashback in the books.
Batman's father, yes, it's the same type of thing. So Conroy is just basically guessed it for that.
Cool.
And the next installment, now I believe it's linked in, is Bad Blood.
That's the next on the books and all that.
It's
Isn't
just been released,
Mm.
and I have it to watch. So I'll be doing
Really?
that this weekend. Yeah.
Really? Oh.
So I will. I'll mention that. But yeah, so I'm really looking forward to that. It's great to see when they do animated films. Well, I watched Gotham Knight, and that had Peter Weller.
Yeah, had Peter Weller as Batman and that.
I believe it was that he was.
But Peter
was
Weller
it?
done Batman in.
Oh, he was Dark Knight Returns.
Dark Knight
Do you know
Returns,
what? It
part
may
one
not
and
have
two.
been Gotham Knight, but I watched Gotham Knight. That was okay, but it didn't really hold my.
No, because it's a collection of stories and each
Yeah.
Batman's different.
Yeah.
But I like that because that was other people's perception of Batman. That was meant to be like the bridge between
Yeah.
Batman Begins and The Dark Knight,
Yeah.
technically. So
I've just reacquired as well. I know you have it, the animated series from the early '90s. So
yeah,
I'll be going back through them again soon.
I've watched season 1.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's season 1, and I loved it.
Yeah. So we also talked about Batman vs Superman last week, the film.
Oh yeah.
So
More. Let's go more.
okay, do we know any more from last week? Is they can't have revealed any more, surely?
Well, it revealed a little more. You know, Alfred is technically not the butler.
Okay.
He was like head of security.
Yeah. Well, he's
and-
kind of
and he-
ex-marine, isn't he? Anyway,
Yeah,
that's the story
and
now.
he's like living in ex-SAS. He always has been.
Yes, that's
before.
it, SAS,
Well,
you're right.
not always. He was always in original,
Mhm.
but then they evolved over and over and over again.
Right.
But yeah, he's ex-special forces in Dark Knight.
Yeah.
And the Nolan verse type thing. But yeah, he's got himself a condo next to Bruce's condo.
Right.
So I can imagine there's going to be wild parties there with Bruce and everything.
Yeah.
You know, and I was just thinking since the last one, how pissed is he going to be? He's going to be like,
The
oh,
Suicide Squad.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
For
with
people who
Suicide
don't
Squad.
know that. Yeah. So.
Jim Gordon's possibly dead in this one.
Really.
Well, yeah.
That's a big call.
It is a big call. I possibly. It's not confirmed.
Yeah.
Obviously, they'll confirm when we see it,
Yeah.
or they'll confirm it like a few days before. But yeah, I believe Jim Gordon's possibly dead, and it's also it's like throwback of the line in the trailer. You know, 20 years, how many good guys are left?
Yeah.
You know, and talking about Suicide Squad, Clint Eastwood's son is playing Slade Wilson,
Really?
who turns out to be Deathstroke. I think it's Wilson.
Yeah, I think that's right.
Yeah, I think it's Slade Wilson, but he
Yeah.
turns out to be Deathstroke. And
Have you played Arkham Origins? Yeah.
oh god, yeah,
Yeah. So I love that fight with Deathstroke, where you have to get like the pattern exactly right to beat him.
Yes.
I really like that. That's excellent. Better
Yeah,
game than it's given credit for it. I think.
Slade Wilson.
It is Slade Wilson.
Yeah,
absolutely.
showed up in Teen Titans and all that.
Yeah.
And but yeah, I want to see that, and because that would be cool. Because if he's rumored to be Slade Wilson, he's got to be Deathstroke eventually.
Yeah.
Even by the end of the film, I wouldn't mind, because Deathstroke was ex-military before he became Deathstroke.
Just
So-
to Batman Superman, one of the main parts of the trailer is you can see from Man of Steel, you know, the original Superman with Henry Cavill.
Well, Man of Steel, yeah.
Yeah, he you know, when he's cutting through all the buildings and people
Yeah,
say
when
he's
you
killing people.
when you see Zod cutting through the building,
Zod,
and then
yeah.
you see it from Bruce Wayne's perspective, and it matches up. It matches up.
So does Bruce have somebody he, you know, cares about killed,
Well, it's
or is it just the
it's-
general fact that everything is getting messed up?
I think it's because it's his building
Yeah.
that is absolutely destroyed, and there's people that he likes on there. This is rumored again. There's people on there that he considers close to family
Okay.
that
What
got
building?
killed.
What building? Do we know?
Wayne Bank, something like that.
The Wayne, but not Wayne Enterprises. Cause
No, that's in Gotham.
Gotham, exactly. I was
Gotham,
going to
that
say
is.
that doesn't match.
Yeah,
They
also-
can't- they do that, people will.
Yeah, but also Gotham is like going to be the sister city of Metropolis.
That's a lot of people don't like that.
I don't like it
And,
either.
yeah, I don't like it, but I mean, for the sake of the film, to get them close together, I mean, is it that big a deal?
It doesn't make sense because Batman and Superman. There's no point in Batman and Superman can control look after more than 2 cities.
What did they say it was like? As if New York and was it Chicago or LA or opposite?
No, it's LA and San Francisco.
Okay, so they've basically plotted it like that.
Yeah, so they're pretty close together. We're not Americans. We're not. Well, we just learned geography in school.
And from listening to where wrestlers come from.
And wrestlers coming from, yeah.
I know a lot of stuff because of that.
Yeah.
Of American geography.
And you tend to look it up.
Yeah.
And with Google Maps nowadays, plug, send me money, Google. Yeah. You always use it. I was forced to use it to find a Starbucks for the missus. Wherever new place we go, find me a Starbucks. I'm like, but I don't want to. Find me a Starbucks. I'm like, okay. And then she adds
Starbucks
it.
is the work of the devil.
It is. It's killing the pub trade.
Yeah.
But then I start my tirade of Starbucks is killing the pub trade. Look at all these trendsetters. People with beards but don't even know how to change a tyre.
I just don't want to pay £7 for coffee. I don't care if it's got whip on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, but they do this caramel espresso shot in Americano, and then they put a frothy milk on it, and then you can get cinnamon powder and then like vanilla syrup in it.
Batman vs Superman had better be better than this.
But yeah, and then it comes in a really tall glass, and at Christmas it's a red one, and you slurp that thing while walking around town, feeling all special until you walk past the pub, see grown men drinking beer, and then you start crying. And and really, I should have just slapped the missus, threw the coffee, and I go, screw you!
Yeah.
And then walked in the pub, be a man while...
Then you wouldn't have felt manly when she smashed your head and...
No, especially when I'm 6'2" and a bit and she's only 5 foot.
She'd take you though.
She'd take me out, definitely, yeah. She'd destroy me.
Yeah,
You know,
definitely.
that's why there's flowers in a man's flat.
Okay, so anyway. So, Batman vs Superman.
Third time lucky.
Yeah.
Well, as we said last time, I am really excited. But yeah, there's not much we know more. Like Empire had a big article in it, and they're talking to they're talking to Ben Affleck in it. They're talking to all the main players in it.
Yeah, I mentioned as well last week about does this film end going into Justice League?
It's got to. During the film, apparently we're going to see the Flash. He's going to whiz by, and we're going to see.
Well, he does that.
Yeah, but he's known for it.
Yeah.
He's got a certain repertoire about flashing by.
Yeah.
And
Wonder Woman is obviously a part of the film too.
I know. And now we're going to see like a mention of the King of Atlantis.
Aquaman.
Aquaman. We're going to.
They're going to use Aquaman, do you think?
Of course they are.
How?
Jason Momoa's playing him. You seen the pictures? I showed you the pictures.
Okay.
He looks beastie.
Yeah.
I won't go up and say you could control my goldfish because he's going to look at me and go, sit on my trident.
Yeah. What are they going to do? Are they going to scare people into the water and then he takes care of them? Is that the idea?
He's not that type of Aquaman. He can fight just as well on land as he can in water. It's the new 52 Aquaman, so he's a bit of a badass.
Sometimes Aquaman.
Sometimes Aquaman, sometimes Landman, sometimes if Superman gives him a helping push where he's flying through the air, it's flying,
Is
man.
it like Merman from He-Man?
Merman is a boss!
Yeah. That's got to be a record amount of times someone has said man as well.
Well, yeah.
In a row, I would say. Yeah.
Merman, beast. Talking about He-Man, McG has signed on. We're going to get another He-Man.
Really?
Masters of the Universe.
Really?
Yeah.
Who's going to play He-Man?
Oh, I don't know. As long as it's not John Cena, I'm happy.
Oh my god, can you imagine? Oh my god.
He stands there in front of Skeletor, got his big ass sword out. He ain't got a cape because he's not Dolph. Only Dolph can have the cape.
Okay.
And he goes there, you can't see me, and Skeletor going, ha ha, you're just there.
Yeah.
And then Skeletor just destroys him. No, we can't have that, but Cena will always kick out at 2, so we're alright. You know?
Not at the moment he ain't. So, yeah, so... Yeah, I'm giving up on Batman Superman.
Yeah,
although John Cena
Yeah.
does appear to be Superman at times.
At times, yeah. Then apparently he's almost ready to return. Yeah, we're going into the wrestling now, folks.
Yeah,
Wrestling.
I think we're there now, aren't we?
We're at the wrestling.
So we haven't watched Raw yet this week. We're watching
No.
it this evening, separately, and then comparing notes.
Yeah, you don't want a hand-in-hand raw watch anymore.
No.
No. So, have you got any prediction for tonight? What's going to happen? You
They-
watched the main event. What do you think of? I couldn't talk to you about.
Oh
last
yeah, you
week.
couldn't talk this week.
Fastlane main event is Ambrose and Lesnar and Reigns. So how's that go?
No.
How's that go though?
How's that going? That's going with Reigns winning because Reigns is going to be facing Triple H at WrestleMania because they're going to have the Wyatt family come in and ruin that match because Wyatt right now he's doing the old
Yes.
I'm the bringer of the apocalypse.
No, I see it going that way too, right? So,
But also during that match,
Yeah.
they had a segment on SmackDown because I watched SmackDown as well.
I'll
watched
ask you a side
SmackDown.
note on that in a minute, but go on.
Yeah, they had a segment where on Jericho highlight reel, and basically they said, "What are you going to do then when you two are in the ring?" And Dean Ambrose, "I'm just going to punch him in the mouth."
Yeah, Ambrose bought him a plant to brighten up the set because the
Yeah.
budget's been cut.
That was funny.
I love Dean Ambrose.
And then what's his name? Roman Reigns had to do one better and bring a stool.
Okay, so if you're trying to get Roman over as the guy, okay, and we always
him
talk
Paul
about
Heyman.
this. Yeah, but why would you book him against Brock Lesnar and Dean Ambrose, two of the most popular guys,
Before WrestleMania.
before WrestleMania?
I don't know. See, I want to see Ambrose do something else now. Look, he's got the Intercontinental Championship. You got to make that title worth it. So he's got to defend that on the pay-per-views.
Is he ever going to be world champion?
Yeah, eventually.
Because this is, putting him in this,
We just hope Roman's injured.
it's quite a big.
Oh, it's a big step. He's been in big match. Like he had that summer program with Seth Rollins.
But you notice whenever Roman is struggling, let's get Ambrose to help him.
Yeah,
Here's an idea. Just use Ambrose.
yeah.
Everybody loves him. So
Well, look at the reaction he had when him and Triple H were the last two in the Royal Rumble.
and that's
They're
why
really-
they did that.
Yeah, but obviously, I reckon because Roman had his mid-match break like he always
they
does.
changed the finish.
I reckon they changed it. I
Yeah.
reckon because the pop AJ got
Yeah.
was massive
Mm-hmm.
compared to Roman's pop, and I'm a big AJ fan anyway. We talked about it last time. Watching him for years,
Yeah.
fantastic. He's in there. I just watched before you came over. A video of AJ doing DDP yoga, not your mama's yoga.
No.
Yeah,
I can confirm that is not your mama's yoga.
that is not your mum's yoga. I tried.
Yeah.
I haven't lost the weight, but I like pasties
And beer.
and beer.
Yeah.
And, I don't go to the gym because I go to the pub because I want to make some real memories.
I go to the gym just to try and stave off a heart attack, really, but.
Yeah, I know, but
touch and go.
you got 365 days on me, dude. So
Yeah,
I'm gonna literally, I'll
Yeah.
I'll be at your stage in the year when I will go to the gym.
So Ambrose is in this match. We obviously presume he's not winning. We assume Reigns is winning.
Yes, and they're not going to pin Brock.
No.
Brock's not going to be pinned. Brock doesn't get pinned. in
No,
triple
exactly.
threats.
They have to take him out. Another
Yeah,
way, keep
so
him
the
strong.
Wyatts will take him out,
Mhm.
and Reigns will pin Ambrose
Yeah.
because I got a feeling they're going to try and split them two up, leading up to Fastlane.
Yeah.
They're going to make them hate each other. I got a feeling. I've been quite safe this week. I haven't got any spoilers from social media this week,
No, me neither.
so I literally
I'm like a ninja.
I've been staying away from it.
Yeah.
And nothing's even enticed me in, like, look who returned.
So do you
All
think at WrestleMania they'll do the ladder matches again for the, I suppose, the lesser titles?
Well, yeah, they're gonna. We'll probably have. I don't want it, but I would like it. A triple threat ladder match for the tag team titles.
Okay.
But
New Day.
New Day,
The Usos.
Usos, and I wouldn't put the Dudleys in there though.
No.
I'd put the Outcasts,
I like them.
social Outcasts. But
I don't know why I like them. I think Adam Rose is better than people
Yeah,
think he is.
he's awesome.
He makes me laugh.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's very good.
But he doesn't sound right with the other three, does he?
No. And also, is Daniel Bryan going to wrestle again for them?
Apparently, yeah, a UCLA doctor has said he can do it.
But WWE's doctors won't clear him, will they? That's the...
No, because they don't want to get sued.
Yeah.
But I got a feeling they will clear him because right now WrestleMania's looking thin.
Phew.
It's looking very thin.
Yeah, well, The Rock's not wrestling.
No, because he can't get the insurance.
Yeah, which we mentioned.
Yeah.
Brock looks as if he's going in with Wyatt, from what I can tell.
I want to see that as a handicap match, and I want to see Brock not win.
Yeah.
I want to see it come to the point where he's literally battered. There's two on the sides because Strowman's not going to be involved because Strowman, I reckon, they're going to put with the Undertaker.
Oh,
Yeah, I know, but
why would you do that to the Undertaker?
why
What's he
would
done to deserve that?
why would you do it to Strowman? He needs more building.
Yeah.
You know, right now they're booking. Well, it looks like they're booking him not to feel pain like the Taker. And stuff
Yeah,
like that.
because he doesn't look as if he can fall.
No, he don't.
You know, if he bumps, it's going to take half hour to get up. You know, Luke Harper, for example. Now, if he was treated properly and handled properly,
he'd be very good.
can you imagine Taker against Luke Harper?
It'd be awesome.
It would be brilliant.
But
it really would.
when we watched him Survivor Series, the good thing is, Taker had a fair bit of time with Luke Harper in the ring, actually, didn't
Yeah.
he? He didn't pin him. He pinned the other one.
Yeah.
Rowan.
Yeah.
He pinned Eric Rowan. But
You always pin Eric Rowan, don't you? That's the way it works.
it seems to be, yeah.
Yeah.
But I won't mind seeing, go back to Brock, he's taken Rowan and Harper out, and he's got just him and the Eater of Worlds, Bray Wyatt, left. You know, them two are out on the outside, they're having their mid-match break, as we're calling it nowadays, you know. If they're in Britain, they'll get a cup of tea and some biscuits. You know, but they'll have straws because they've got to be pretending they're knocked out. You know.
Okay.
And they'll have them two going at it. Brock will get his F5 down. As long, hopefully, with now Bray gets Sister Abigail on it, and then I reckon that's when Sister Abigail herself is going to make an appearance at the top of the ramp, or turn up.
You think they're going to do that?
Yeah, see, as a proper like Southern American, hot damn, my daddy's my uncle and my mama's my sister type girl. You know.
Funnily enough, I thought the opposite. I thought if she wasn't already known, you could have used like Paige for that. And had it all, you know, messed up and like looking at the floor all the time. She'd been great at that.
Oh, she would have been, but no, I want to see a proper yeehaw girl
Yeah,
come and do it.
that's probably the way they would go.
You know,
isn't it?
like Mickey James, but actual proper country
Well,
Mickey
Mickey
James.
James, when Mickey James was warming up for that match with Trish, and she was coming on to her and things like that, and she was the stalker, wasn't she?
Yeah,
got
she
really
was.
creepy.
She was Trish's.
She could do that,
Oh yeah,
but I think she's a mum now, isn't she? And a singer, and
she's doing how many country albums now? And
yeah,
she's too far in. I wouldn't say she's too far in her career, but she's too well known in her career to actually come and play Sister Abigail.
yeah.
But you know, I love to see something like that. Come down to the ring, or you know, do a classic Lights Out, and she's standing in the middle of the ring, and you got Bray behind her laughing,
Yeah.
and Brock's just standing there going, and that's when that's when Luke Harper, Rowan, take Brock out, because it is going to be anything. The ref is going to do his usual.
Yeah.
What's happening? What's happening? Because technically you should be counting him two out of the ring,
Yeah.
count to five, but no, they're gonna do probably a double move on him, and then Bray's gonna come up, pick him up, do his Sister Abigail, pin him. She's gonna be on the outside just clapping like that.
Well, you mentioned SmackDown earlier as well.
Yeah.
Did you hear Mauro Ranallo, the commentator, the main commentator?
He's awesome.
Yeah.
He's awesome. Do you know
He's
what?
every inch a wrestling commentator.
Do you know what he reminded me of?
Yeah.
Young JR,
Yeah. Very much so.
like NWA JR,
Yeah.
Midwest JR,
Yeah.
You
He
know.
was Mid South. Yeah. Yeah. He was.
Mid South JR.
Yeah. I know what you meant. He was. He calls the match.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Michael Cole is too busy advertising the call a match.
Which he has to do.
He has to do it because he's got the big man in his ear.
Did you hear Austin's podcast this week? He
No,
does
is
a
it?
commentary for when Mankind beat The Rock for the title,
Yeah.
and the Austin pop when his music hits
Yeah.
at the end of the match,
Yeah.
and the crowd goes absolutely crazy. Like if you look at the crowds then and now, it's crazy
I'm
difference.
too obsessed with Radio Lab right now, so
But but Austin's doing a commentary of this.
Yeah.
For the whole thing.
He'd done commentary for a while.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely. But he actually comments on how good he lets Michael Cole and Jerry Lawler play, and he actually comments on how well Michael Cole is setting it up, and he calls the match really good, and he makes out that the title is like, you know, the most important thing, which is how it's supposed to be. So Michael Cole has been able to do it.
yeah,
Back then he was like, well, it's not JR. But
No.
now, you know, he could do it now, but he's not allowed to do
he's
it.
not allowed to do it. No.
And his voice now just gives me nightmares.
Yeah, it's a grinding voice. He's got a.
Yeah.
It's no presence to it,
Yeah.
and I'm liking the fact that they're bringing Lawler out of it slowly,
Yeah.
because I like Lawler, but he can't be himself.
I think he's okay with 3. When there's 3 of them,
Yeah, but
not too bad.
he can't be himself like as he was back in the old
No.
days.
He can't scream puppies.
Yeah, which was my highlight of Raw, right up to 2004, and then it just slowly stopped it.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, because they became useless, didn't they?
well, PG. It's all about selling stuff nowadays, and it's a shame, you know, where they've all got their like bloody Dr. Pepper or Iron Brew or Mountain Dew or whatever they've got on their thing, and you see King. That's clearly water in that one, bad boy.
Oh, product placement. Yeah.
yeah,
No, I mean,
and
they,
then-
they also, just to say quickly, I mean, if you look at back then, they were actively connecting the divas
Yeah.
to Playboy.
Mm.
And there was a handful that did Playboy.
Yeah.
Obviously, I would never have looked at those.
Well, I don't know. Sonny's one was pretty damn good.
Yeah, okay, I've seen them all. But the point is that I was going to make, I got distracted completely now thinking about that. But
Memories.
now, if one of them is found to have done that kind of work in the past, they're in trouble now, possibly fired.
Yeah,
Is
yeah.
Alexa Bliss? I think it was her. No, I think it's
No,
another
no,
girl from NXT.
no, it's
but
not.
anyway, the name will come to me.
Yeah.
Dana Brooke.
Dana Brooke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is meant to have done that kind of modelling
Yeah.
before, and now is supposedly in trouble for it. So it's
But they should do their vetting anyway.
a bit of a double standard, though, isn't it?
It is, especially.
And Seth Rollins' photos are going out on Twitter as well.
Do you know, as soon as he had them come out, he had the title for about 3 months, and I was like, Roman's got a new belt.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. Roman or Dean's got a new belt, and yeah, I didn't.
I'm happy
I didn't.
to say I haven't.
I didn't want to go looking for him.
No, no, it's not something I want in my search history.
Not the search history in my memory banks. You
Well,
know,
that too.
he.
When is Seth due back?
I haven't got a clue. This is a regular search of mine. I am looking, and they don't say. The only thing they're saying is Cena might be back earlier than thought, because you know he's on about his best was now squat lift, and that's like 610. And he's only on 45 kilos right now,
Yeah.
which for some people is quite a lot, you know. But for me, obviously, I've shoulders of a mammoth.
Dream scenario for you, right? So, one of the summer pay-per-views, probably SummerSlam.
Yeah.
He wouldn't be out this long, but you had Cena come back as a surprise.
At SummerSlam.
Just hear me out.
Alright.
And then you have Rollins come back
Mm.
and confront him as a surprise. Remember when Undertaker and Triple H did that?
Yeah.
And then Daniel Bryan come out and confront him as a surprise.
That would
That would be awesome.
And then the ref turns up. This is a triple threat match.
Yeah.
Just
As opposed to last year when we had Jon Stewart deciding the Rollins Cena match, and the Undertaker Lesnar match had the dodgiest finish ever.
yeah. He didn't go like that, but he did because his hand wouldn't touch him when he went like that. The match.
Well, they were teasing at the time that Undertaker was having to cheat to beat him because of the low blows. And,
Yeah, exactly. They
That kind of
they
thing.
did build out.
yeah.
He didn't cheat, you know. They definitely went out of PG on that at the finish of that match.
There's definitely
you know.
something about when Lesnar and the Undertaker.
Oh yeah.
It's not a classic, but it's just the presence.
It's just good match. It's good. It's an aggressive match. It's not. It's not. It's more of an old school wrestling match.
The guy Taker can't take down.
Yeah,
That's the story. He
Yeah.
just keeps coming back for one more try, and he can't do it.
You can't do it.
They're done now. That should be.
That's over now.
That's got to be sure.
And also they've killed it with the new 24.
Yeah.
The new WrestleMania special, where they basically had Brock go slapping it on the chest going, "You get yours, I'm going to get mine."
Yeah.
And, and stuff like that.
Yeah. Well, they are. I mean, they are friends now. But I remember they had that confrontation
At UFC.
That was really.
That was the mark. That was.
Well, it's difficult because if they did it that way, it was done independently. It was done through Ariel Helwani from the MMA Hour.
Yeah,
but like a journalist who he likes wrestling, but he genuinely to this day makes out he has no idea, and he asks Paul Heyman, and Heyman's like, "There's some things you don't need to know."
Yeah,
You won't
exactly.
tell him.
Exactly.
Which is great. It is better that way than
Heyman's awesome though. Everyone drinks the Heyman Kool-Aid,
Yeah.
as they like to call it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Heyman Hustle. I watch all that sometimes when he puts a new video, because recently he's been putting a lot of like Brock Lesnar, Heyman Hustle things out, not just half-naked women over car bonnets. I haven't watched none of them, obviously. That Camaro, that one in the pink. I didn't know it was Camaro, obviously, because I didn't watch it.
What do you think? Do you think they would have the nerve to finish WrestleMania like this? You have Triple H against Reigns. Everybody expects Reigns to win, and Shawn Michaels super kicks Reigns, and Triple H wins.
Talking about that, Shawn Michaels is meant to have a role this year at WrestleMania.
Let's see. Just because I've never said this on a couple of podcasts.
Yeah.
In my opinion, Shawn Michaels is the best professional wrestler of all time.
Him and Ric Flair for me.
Yeah.
Woo.
Yeah.
Woo.
Yeah. I mean, obviously they a match as well at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Feels. So, but Shawn Michaels, I think, is the best ever. Whatever anybody thinks of him, or
I love him. I think he's great.
So, he is now though. He's been out the ring a long time, and he was out the ring a long time before, but he was younger then too. Okay?
Yeah, he could have done it. He had to do it anyway to get.
I put nothing past him. I think he could do whatever he wants to do. Is there a possibility? I mean, he's not going to wrestle again, is he?
No.
I mean, he's the one guy who's sticking to that. By the way,
he's like Stone Cold at the moment.
Stone Cold too. To be fair, I said the one guy. Stone Cold's the same.
Him and Stone Cold, they've stopped it, and they both said, "Don't need to."
I wonder if it's probably too close to the date now, but I wonder if last year if someone had gone to the both of them and said, both of you, one more time, against each other, make up for 14.
Yeah.
Because they did their best, but Shawn was crippled almost.
Yeah. Well, he had a big year because he won the Royal Rumble.
It's in Texas, and we've been saying they need to fill 100,000.
Yeah.
If you had Shawn Michaels against Stone Cold,
that's
100,000.
That's 110,000.
It's the greatest of all time against the biggest earner of all time.
That's me.
And many think the best of all time.
See, to me that is.
Yeah.
That is me handing you a balaclava, me grabbing my balaclava, and we're gonna find something to rob.
Yeah.
Just to get there.
Yeah. Because you've got to be there for that.
You've got to be there for that.
Yeah.
I'm not implying that I want to rob something, because the only thing I've ever robbed in my life is a can of Pepsi.
Evidence anyway.
Yeah, the only thing I've robbed in my life is a can of Pepsi, and that was 18 years ago. And I still feel guilty about that can of Pepsi. At the time was 25 pence.
Yeah, I have a check of history in that regard, but no. So, I mean, if we got that, I mean, it would be incredible. But we're not going to get that. It's too close now.
No, we're not going to get that.
But could you see Shawn being involved in the main event?
Yeah, definitely, because it's Triple H, and Triple H always brings his buddies.
Yeah.
Look at last year.
And then if Triple H is champion into WrestleMania, how does that?
I'd love it.
Yeah.
Do you know why I love it? Because Triple H is WrestleMania trackle.
Yeah.
He's.
So is Shawn Michaels.
Yeah, they both have
He's
won.
Mr. WrestleMania. He hardly ever wins at WrestleMania.
No, he lost against Austin, and he lost his smile, so he had a break.
If you'd like, I can tell you all of them. I think I could do that.
Impress us, come
Well,
on.
I won't do the Rockers because I always get mixed up between.
No, we don't class the
five
genetic.
they lost to Twin Towers actually. 6 they lost, and I'll kick myself later for not remembering. But they lost at 6, I think.
All right.
Orient Express. Orient Express, yeah,
Was it? Oh,
yeah.
right.
Salt in the Ice. There we go. 7, they wrestled Haku and Barbarian. I believe may have won that. 8, was his first singles one. He wrestled Tito. I'm going to go through this, however long it takes.
Oh yeah, I'm sitting there. I'm with you.
He beat Tito Santana, who was El Matador then. 9, he drew it to Tatanka. 10, he had the ladder match with Razor, which was awesome, and lost.
Yeah.
He still lost. He was the match, but he lost. 11, he had a main event, even though they weren't the main event, with Nash, Diesel, and he lost.
He lost because Nash got the title then. Didn't he?
Yeah, 12, he beat Bret in the Iron Man match.
Yeah.
13, he was injured, supposedly. 14 was his exit.
He lost against Stone Cold.
Yeah, and then it was a big gap. 19, beat Jericho. 20, lost to Triple H and he who shall not be named. Except we can name him, Chris Benoit.
Yeah.
21, lost to Kurt Angle. It's my favourite match
That's a good match.
ever. Beat Vince 22, lost to Cena 23, beat Flair 24, lost to Taker 25 and 26.
Yeah.
Thank you. I may edit that later. Yeah.
Well done. I like the Vince match because Vince letting him being put in a dustbin just to be
Yeah.
and
I'm waiting. Just lying in the dustbin.
and he's thinking this is gonna hurt, and the fact is they're aluminium, so they're designed to crumble. Crumble.
Ready, go. Ready, go. He doesn't know when he's coming.
No.
And they were teasing at the time as well, because Triple H wrestled Cena that night, and Shawn on the ladder did the crotch chop, the DX crotch chop.
Yeah.
And Triple H did it in the main event.
Yeah.
And if you're a DX head like me,
Yeah.
you totally went crazy for that. And then all that summer they just teased it and teased it.
And then they done it.
And then they got back together. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the best thing going at the time.
Well, they had their fake back together. Remember, just before the.
Oh yeah, in 2002.
Yeah, that led up to the Benoit and Triple H match, didn't it?
Eventually, but
Eventually,
first they did the thing that Triple H turned on him. And
Yeah,
then
they
had the
came out-
SummerSlam match and
Yeah.
Shawn's first match back.
Well, no, because they both came out as because Shawn just finished being with NWO.
It was when Raw and SmackDown were separate, and,
Yeah.
and they both wanted Shawn. Both wanted Triple H, and because Shawn was on Raw with the NWO, it just finished. Triple
Yeah.
H came to Raw, and he thought they were going to have a reunion, and then he turned on him, Triple H.
Yeah, Triple H pedigree,
Son
and then
of a-
boom, bang, down.
Yeah, oh my god, I nearly kicked my TV in.
I remember it.
Yeah.
That was the year John Cena
Yeah.
fought Kurt
I
Angle on
tend to get
SmackDown.
nostalgic in WrestleMania season.
Mm.
Yeah, it's just a shame that we don't have some of those people available now.
No, I got a feeling Super Cena's going to turn up.
He's going to, isn't he?
Oh God, yeah.
If he can walk, he's going to turn up.
If he can walk, he can do a back. He can do a move.
If we're doing bookies odds, I'm putting Hogan 500 to 1.
I'm not bringing up his recent escapades. Well, it's not recent
The
now.
fact
It's
that he was a massive racist.
at one moment. Yeah, that was about 6 months ago. But the racist bit was a lot longer ago.
Yeah.
But before he'd done WrestleMania 31 and that.
You know this JBL Legends series on the network?
Yeah,
Have you watched the one with Ron Simmons?
not yet.
It's only just gone on, so I watched it last night.
Oh yeah.
Really good. Ron Simmons is
I
a
like
good
Ron
guy.
Simmons.
Really
Damn!
good. Yeah, and the thing is, a lot of fans only know him for that.
He's awesome.
First
wrestler.
black world champion.
Yeah, he was.
As we're talking about racism.
Yeah.
First black world champion. If you listen to him talk, had a hard upbringing, never used it as an excuse for anything. So he's great. They did a little preview at the end of other ones JBL has done now. One of them is with Booker T, and they ask Booker T. Now you know they chop this stuff up, okay? So
Yeah.
it may not be specifically that. But he says, what did you think when Hogan said that? And you see Booker T doing the shock face. Okay, so, so we're wrestling, WrestleMania's coming soon, obviously. Nothing's really changed on that yet. So, Raw tonight.
Yeah, watching it tonight. Looking forward to it.
Who are we going to see wrestle?
Well,
Going the long way round there, but who are we going to see wrestle?
AJ's going to be in it. Obviously,
so. Should be
yeah.
on every week
He had a cracking match at SmackDown,
I still haven't watched
and
that.
they let him do his do the Styles Clash,
Yeah.
which they've been teasing all on. They let him do it.
Who did he wrestle?
He wrestled Curtis Axel
Oh, okay.
because
I saw the build up to it and I
yeah.
didn't get to see the match. I had to go, okay, yeah, alright, okay.
it's actually quite a good match. Like
Yeah.
it's just AJ's not going to be doing as many. His repertoire moves are, or I think, would be on the banned list.
Yeah.
So, like the Brainbuster, he won't be doing that as often, even though they have brought that back because Finn Balor does the Brainbuster and stuff like that. But yeah, I reckon he's going to be either wrestling or on some capacity. Might even be on. They might do another Jericho highlight reel because they seem to do that every week.
Yeah, how long is Jericho around for this time, do you think? Because he comes and goes, he's busy.
I don't know. I'd like to have him have a title run, but I'd like him to title run, say, not the big one, the Intercontinental.
Again, doesn't he have the record?
16 times. Give him one more.
Wow. Is it that many? I think I stopped
He's
counting on about 11.
lost it. He's lost it about that many times.
I lost count on about 11, I think.
I like it when they say Ric Flair's, was it 15, 17?
16
times.
Well, it's 16 officially. The territories, it's estimated that it went back and forth a few times that they never talk about.
Yeah, and also,
For that particular house.
yeah, but for that particular house, he's won so much. Yeah.
Yeah.
All I think is, damn, he lost it that many times. And that's a throwback to what The Rock said to Booker T when Booker T is like, 5 times. And The Rock just went, damn, you lost it that many times? And that
Yeah.
that was a throwback to The Rock circa Invasion 2000.
Oh, he messed up. That's for another night. I think we could do a whole couple of hours.
We
on
have
that
the
one.
network, we can do wrestling commentary
go
and all.
through the Invasion. The actual pay-per-view, the Invasion pay-per-view was decent.
That turned
Huge
out-
number too at the time.
And Jeff Hardy, RVD, they stole the show, that match did.
Oh,
That match stole the show.
yeah, when I think Van Damme does the spinning heel kick, and Jeff Hardy just disappears off the stage.
Yeah, and then
Incredible.
he just jumps in after him
Yeah,
and stuff like memories.
yeah. Are we going to see Jeff again?
Yeah.
One run? Do you think they'll take a
One
chance?
more run because he's
He's got to stay clean, hasn't he?
He's been clean for years since he's had his kids.
I think they always worry that he can. I mean, they haven't had Kurt back, Kurt Angle.
He won't come back because of the DUIs he's got and stuff like that.
Yeah, but you know. I mean, Scott Hall's gone in the Hall of Fame. I mean, Scott
Oh,
Hall's...
he'll go in the Hall of Fame. Kurt
you know,
Angle will.
Jake, you know, they've all had a lot of... This guy's had a lot of problems from that generation.
Talk about Jake.
Yeah.
I want him to turn up to be the mouth behind the
The Wyatts,
Yeah.
I said this when they came in. I said, if you put Jake with them, you know...
Give him the Wyatts,
Yeah.
and then
He's looking a lot better now too, Jake.
he looks
He
healthier.
shouldn't have that worry now.
No,
You know?
he's walking fine, and he's
And you can look haggard if you're a Wyatt anyway. That's kind of the deal.
yeah, just Jake, not having a beard but just a mustache would work.
Yeah.
And Jake can come out and do a promo about how he's been mentoring these for years and bring them through, and just I'm the background,
Yeah.
I'm the mastermind.
Yeah.
You know,
The only guy who had the DDT that people actually stay down for.
yeah, because he's the only guy that hit it properly.
I know Austin goes on about this and I'm totally with it.
Yeah,
Totally with it.
I'm with it and all that.
It's like it was like the best move when I was a kid.
Yeah,
You know.
driving someone onto their skull.
Yeah. And first time he did it was by accident.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
tripped with somebody in a front face lock and he knocked them out.
yeah.
I thought, hello, light
There's
bulb.
my move.
Yeah.
You know, but
Of course, Sweet Chin Music came along then and became the greatest move. But
I like that move. I love the way the cowboy does it. James Storm. I love the way he does the super kick. It's not. It's like everyone's comparing Ziggler to.
I'm just about to say
Shawn
Ziggler.
Michaels.
I'll ask you in a second. So if you look at Dolph Ziggler
Yeah,
and the way he wrestles
yeah.
and the look,
The way he sells and everything.
the tights now as well.
Yeah, and he's got the heart from the tights now as well.
Right. So everything screams Shawn Michaels.
Yeah.
But he's not Shawn Michaels.
No.
Because there's something missing.
Missing.
So is it the fact that he's lost to everyone in the universe?
It's a combination of all things. It's a combination of him losing more regular than he should. He was in the Spirit Squad and people went forgotten that.
I couldn't possibly.
You forgot that, did you?
No, I couldn't possibly because they were there when DX reformed.
Yeah, and DX had him.
Yeah.
That was a good match. Can't remember the pay-per-view.
Died.
It was WrestleMania, wasn't it?
What?
Well, it would no, it weren't WrestleMania.
They fought Spirit Squad at SummerSlam. They fought
SummerSlam, that's it.
They also fought Vince and Shane, and they used to wrestle about 9-on-2, and they'd still beat them all up.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, the Spirit, just that, and he's a good jobber.
Yeah.
He's a good guy to be in the middle, because every match he puts on is a solid match.
He bounces.
People like him. He doesn't get injured as often as most jobbers do because they're taking a beating. He sells really well. He can sell as a heel and a face. He's at the stage of his career he could play a face now for the rest of it. He couldn't play a heel at the moment because with recent storylines. So, they're not giving a guy like him the opportunity, because to me, Dolph Ziggler should be a lot higher than he is.
He should.
He should be a lot higher because... all right, he's got the typical American square jaw and all that, but we're not looking at that. We're looking at capability and everything. And he's got the mouth and all. He hasn't got a great talking, but his talking is good enough to get it over. It's no Bray Wyatt talking. It's no Austin talking. Nothing like that.
No.
But look at Heath Slater. He should be better than he is, and all.
Yeah, I mean, Shawn Michaels hinted at it when he was asked about certain people.
Yeah.
Because everyone gets compared to Shawn if they look like him and
Yeah.
are athletic. So he said about Dolph, I like him, he's very good, just kind of needs to tone it down a little.
Not sell so much.
Because when Shawn used to get in a scrap,
Yeah.
he looked like he could fight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Dolph
he looked
don't.
like he could. And if you remember, obviously, you will remember, he wrestled Mankind
Yeah.
when he was champion in '96. And that was like a turning point. Because Mankind basically said to Shawn Michaels, you can just hit me in that mask. Lay it in. And so Shawn Michaels is in a proper fight. And I think a lot of people went, that kind of moved him on a bit. Because he's kind of a pretty boy, wasn't he? A lot of people.
He was. The good thing about that mask, it took some of the great Mick Foley's damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love
absolutely.
Mick Foley.
I mean Foley. Yeah. Again, we'll have a proper discussion on Foley in the future. But
Because I could talk all day about Foley.
he's paying for it now.
He is,
He's paying.
but I could still talk all day about Foley because the stuff he's done, and I just want him to come back with his show.
Yeah.
It's good. I went to the Cardiff one.
I want the commissioner.
Yeah, I went to the Cardiff one in 2013, and
Yeah, sadly I didn't get to go. I didn't get to go to the Brett one either, but I got.
I
his
didn't.
autograph.
I've only been to the Mick Foley one,
Yeah.
and it's for my birthday.
Yeah.
So around my birthday time, and it was great.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I think we're gonna wrap it up now.
Yeah, I think we've covered
Yeah,
everything.
covered pretty everything today, and hope you enjoyed.
Yes, thank you. See you next time.
This is the podcast.
Of stuff.
There you go.